What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Johnny G in the morning. I know I haven't really been here lately. There's kind of a thing with that. I'm looking to buy a new home and all that stuff. We'll get into that in a whole nother day. But I want to make a video simply because I saw a video about a Holmen school board that was kind of going on, where there is a girl who was a student representative for the students, and she kind of got shut down from the president. And there was a longer video. It's about 4 minutes long or so, and Emily, who's the person who is the student rep, made some good points. She maybe talked for 2 or 3 minutes. Turns out she's D1 athlete. She actually enjoys being in school. She brought up points of stats of, you're more likely going to die from a drunk driver hitting you than you are from, COVID. Now, I'm not a huge stats person, but, that seems logical. I mean, a lot of people die from drunk drivers or even just getting in your car on a daily basis, going to work or going to school. I mean, statistically, you could die. You take that chance. You take that risk. Now, what she wants to explain is they haven't even had a school year where they haven't had to wear masks. And so how can you actually go off any data stating that these students are even going to catch COVID? A lot of them probably already had it, and they probably already have the antibodies, and they probably already have the immune system to fight it off. But when I watched this video, it really pissed me off. So I'm going to play the video here. It's only 1 minute and 53 seconds. This is the short version. If you want to watch the long version, I will put the guy's YouTube in the description there. His name is Tony, I believe. I'm going to put it in there. You can go ahead, check out the longer video, but let's watch this. I'll let you kind of see it, and then I'm going to give my take on it.
The police officer here tonight, and I'm still the proud daughter of the selfish, self-righteous guy who spoke earlier. So yeah, that's all I got to say today.
Can I ask you a question, Emily?
Yeah.
If students were given a choice, in-person school, have to wear masks, or virtual, if those were the choices they were given, what do you think they would take?
Obviously going in person, but
Okay. That's all.
Can I just say one more thing?
Well, no, you can.
Well, there are other options too.
Well, that's like my granddaughter when I say you have a choice of Sprite or fruit juice, and she says, I want Mountain Dew. Maybe the choices are only those two things.
There is a choice. We're going back to school without masks.
Maybe there isn't. Maybe there isn't. And so I'm just saying, if given a choice, I think you summed it up, because Dr. Mueller made it very clear that our primary goal is to keep our students in school.
I understand that,
And
but
if
we also have parents who show up
Emily,
here
Emily, I'm speaking now. So if the choice is to provide that safety for those students, and the leadership team feels the best way to do it is to provide a mask,
but
or
they
to
don't.
ask them to wear a mask, then those are the choices that they have.
I understand that,
And
but we
so-
also have parents who show up and they say, oh, I really want my kid to go back
I don't
in
want to
school.
get into a big debate about this.
Well, it's
because
not a
there's-
debate, it's just a conversation between me and you right now.
Can we keep this just to our comments, please,
Yes.
both of you?
So I
Thank you
just
very
asked the
much.
question,
Okay.
and I appreciate that.
All right. So there's a video there. Obviously, you can see Emily's trying to make her point. Yes, she got to talk for 2 or 3 minutes. But I'm sorry, when you're having a discussion, if you're going to ask somebody a question, at least give them the opportunity to defend themselves. What she did to her was strictly, she wanted to hear a couple of words come out of her mouth, and then she's going to shut it down. If kids were given 2 options of going to school with masks on or going to school virtually, what do you think they would choose? Well, obviously they want to go to school, and then boom, she fucking shuts it down. That is such a strong-arm fucking move. That's the dumbest fucking move ever, and shame on everyone being in there and not actually speaking up and being like, what the fuck are you doing? Let this girl say what she wants to say. You asked her a question, all right? You asked her a question, give her the opportunity to answer it. Because me as a guy who I went to school in Wisconsin, and this is why this video hits home with me, is because it's in Wisconsin. I've been to Holmen before. I didn't go to Holmen school, but I went to Barron High in Wisconsin. If this shit was going on, I can guarantee you a lot of kids wouldn't show up to school. What these schools are doing really pisses me off, because you are denying kids the opportunity to go to school and be with their friends, participate in sports, and actually live a goddamn normal life. You're not letting them do that. You're going to give them options of, you're going to sit there, you're going to go virtual reality, or you're going to come in here and we're going to make you wear a mask. The longer video, Emily actually explains that, you know, even throughout the school year, when teachers weren't around, the kids took the masks off. When they went to the locker room, they took the masks off. I'm sure when they went to the bathroom, they took the fucking masks off. But then Miss Hancock here wants to sit there and try to make her point with a stupid-ass analogy of, you have two options. I give two options to my granddaughter, whether she wants fruit juice or she wants Sprite, but she wants a Mountain Dew. But she only has the two options. There's always an option of a Mountain Dew. You have to be willing to get off your ass and go fucking get it for her over at the gas station. You have that option. You really do. But you're going to sit there and say that these kids don't have an opportunity to actually go to school with their friends and live out their fucking life? It's ridiculous. Let these kids go to school. Let these kids interact with their friends. Statistically, COVID isn't killing the population off. Just a month ago, everything was kind of getting back to normal, and now it's not because of this Delta variant. Where is the stats of this Delta variant? I'm sorry, you still get the vaccine? If you get the vaccine, you're still getting COVID. So statistically, the vaccine isn't working. So I don't understand what the big deal is to let these kids, this kid like Emily, who said she's a D1 athlete, actually enjoys going to school, let them enjoy their life. Every day you get in your car, you go to work. Every day you go to school. Anytime you get behind the wheel of a motor fucking vehicle, you're putting your life on the line. Hell, you go to a goddamn carnival and you get on a ride that sometimes they'll make you fucking sign a waiver. You might die. Life is all about adventure, going out and just making what you want out of life. I get it. The world is a fucking scary place. It really is. Not too long ago, I just graduated high school. I had to have been 19. I think I was living in Eau Claire. Swine flu came around. The H1N1. That was apparently killing everybody off. We didn't go into some big pandemic where everyone was wearing masks. This shit was over with within 2 or 3 months. I never went anywhere and had to wear a mask. Never had to. What they're doing to these kids is fucking asinine. It really is. And shame on you, Miss Hancock, for when all she's trying to do is answer your question and I am speaking now. Well, listen here. I am speaking now. What you guys are doing in that board meeting, a 17-year-old girl, you guys are pulling this shit on her. When she calls you out that she sees you in public not wearing a mask, she sees you around. If you guys are in the same community, she fucking sees you and you're not wearing a mask. But you're going to sit here and you're going to put on some show for the school board that you're all masked up, when in all reality, you're not. Not when you walk around and do whatever you want with your life. You're forcing these kids to wear masks 8 hours a goddamn day. It's either that or you can go to school from home, where you can sit in your safe little home and not even venture outside I already said, the world is a scary place. It really is. But you can't sit there and think that you're just going to sit and shelter everybody and make them afraid to go outside, make them afraid to go talk to their friends in person. It's just what life is. And I'm sorry if anything bad happened where somebody has died of COVID in your family and you are taking this as I just don't care about it. Do I think COVID is real? Yeah, I do. Do I think that the mass media is telling us the truth about everything? Absolutely not. How many videos do you see of doctors that come out and actually talk about some real stats? They actually talk about what this vaccine, which if you guys pay attention at all, it's not actually technically considered vaccine, it's gene therapy. But you probably won't see any video on that anymore or even read anything about it. If you dig far enough, you might. But all that shit's getting taken down very, very fast. And why is it getting taken down? Because it's not the narrative that the mass media wants you to hear. They don't want you to hear it. This Miss Hancock is going off of whatever Dr. Mueller or Miller or whatever he said. You know, what are his credentials? I don't fucking know his credentials. Oh, he's a doctor. I'm sure he's got some schooling under his belt. I'm sure he kind of knows what he's talking about. But is he an expert in COVID-19? Is he an expert in respiratory viruses? That's what people don't understand. Just because his doctor. A doctor of what? A dentist is a doctor. Does that make him an expert on respiratory? No, it really doesn't. This video is one thing that truly, truly pisses me off because this has gone on long enough. It really has. It's ridiculous. They want to say the number is rising. My little community, I haven't noticed anybody die of COVID. In my community that I live in, I don't even hear about anyone having COVID. So I don't know where they're getting their numbers from, and I would love for someone to put it in the comments or something. I would love to see where these numbers are that these schools are going off of. And I want something other than Fox News. I want something other than CNN. I want an actual source of where these numbers are coming from. And like I said, do I think COVID is real? Yeah. Do I think it's as dangerous as the media is saying it is? Absolutely not. I really don't. So I think shame on you, Miss Hancock. That was a bullshit fucking move that you did on her. You're trying to have a conversation, and then you're saying you don't want to get into a debate. She's not debating you. She even said it herself. I'm not having a debate. Me and you are having a conversation, but you don't want to hear it. I think it's because she was probably about to school your ass. So that's the way I see it. You know, people can sit and talk about stats all they want. You know, statistically, I guarantee everyone in that fucking room and probably her parents too think that Miss Hancock's a bitch. I don't know her personally. She's probably a really nice, sweet lady. But what you did in that video to Emily, own up to it. That was bullshit. You know it was bullshit. And let these kids get back to school and let these kids live their life and stop trying to install fear in everybody. It's bullshit. Thank you guys so much. Hope you enjoyed this short little video. I'll see you next time.